5 is live from Church Point. The Panthers of Pine Prairie had a tough 2024. Just one win, capped by a massive 60-6 win, but overshadowed by a shutout loss to Church Point. Tonight, it's all about the Church Point Bears, who delivered that very blowout and closed the season at 8-3, 4-2 in district, earning respect with firepower and consistency. It's underdog heart meets elite execution. You're tuned in to the showdown. The Pine Prairie Panthers take on the Church Point Bears, and it all kicks off right now on Friday Night Live. Welcome to Friday Night Live.
Good evening and welcome to week 6 of Friday Night Live. I'm Jasmine Thibodeau.
And I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick.
And I'm meteorologist Brianna Lewis.
And we are out here at Church Point High School where the Bears are taking on the Pine Prairie Panthers. And it's their homecoming.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a really good one. We got some fun out here. We have the cheerleaders. We have the dance team. We have the band walking out here. You know, and we have some good weather going on, too.
Absolutely.
It felt really good this morning, Brianna. Please tell me that's going to stick around. You know, I've been asking for cool weather for a while now.
Yeah. We got some nice nights coming up.
Okay.
Temperatures pretty much in the upper 50s, low 60s, so it'll be nice for that.
All right. Well, we are looking forward to that.
So right now we got clear skies across the board, and as we get a closer look, we can look exactly where we at. We are in Acadia Parish. This is Church Point High School, their homecoming game, like Jasmine mentioned earlier, and it'll be great for football. Just clear skies across the board, and temperatures right now mostly in the 80s. We got 82 in Lafayette, 81 in New Iberia. Same goes for Ville Platte. And once again, tonight's game, very nice, perfect day for high school football. And actually, as we get closer to the nighttime hours, we'll actually see those temperatures a little bit cooler in the upper 60s. So it'll be a little cool heading home from the game, but we'll have another picture-perfect day for Saturday. Clear skies across the board again. Temperatures mostly in the mid-80s with no rainfall.
All right, thanks, Brianna. Well, of course, we're not the only ones here in Acadia Parish. Our parish reporter, Penelope Lopez, visited Le Vieux Presbytère Museum earlier this evening. Let's check in with her to find out what she learned.
From buggies to cool artifacts, I take you back in time at Le Vieux Presbytère, a local museum here at Church Point that really celebrates the Cajun culture. I'm KATC's Penelope Lopez, giving you a look at how they're celebrating the history, one that dates back to the late 1700s.
So this is one of the most unique features of our display here, the old Church Point wholesale time clock. When a worker arrived, he put his card in the slot and he reached over and punched the clock.
Nestled in Church Point is Le Vieux Presbytère, a museum that transports visitors back in time with each exhibit.
Well, the main thing about history is if you don't know where you've been, you don't know where you're going, right?
Built in 1887 as a home for Father Ebby, a French priest, the building transformed into a museum in 2007, displaying mementos of early landmark businesses, period costumes, artifacts, and so much more.
The interior walls are a mixture of mud and moss, which in French is called bousillage. And the modern term would be mud houses, but and there are several around Acadiana, but this building is one of the 2 surviving buildings that are multi-story. Interior walls up and down are bousillage.
The community's civic, economic, religious, and social institutions fill the walls of the museum. And one thing that was striking was learning about the Buggy Festival, something curator Harold Fonte says is part of Cajun's rich history.
Well, it was a celebration of our heritage as the buggy capital of the world, which, by the way, we achieved by being the last area of Acadia Parish to have paved roads.
And the last stop on the Grand Reveille will be here on October 18th. For more information and a look at the schedule, you can head on over to our website. Reporting for KETC TV3, I'm Penelope.
Now, we may be here in Acadia Parish, but we cannot forget about our neighbors across Acadiana. Festivals Acadian Creole kicked off tonight with their traditional boudin cutting, and I can't wait to check it out. But that's where we find our Lafayette Parish reporter, Christina Mondragon. She's there now.
Hey, bonjour, mes amis. I'm Christina Mondragon, your Lafayette Parish reporter. And that's right, Jasmine. I'm here in Girard Park. And as you can hear, the music is kicking off for the 51st Festival Acadian et Creole. And there's going to be many artists this weekend giving such great music selections. And lots of dancing is already happening right behind me. It just feels amazing out here, honestly. The weather really is something beautiful. But right now, I want to instead focus on parking and security ahead of a festival. According to festival organizers, parking will be available around the Oil Center, which will offer free street parking and paid parking. You will also have the option to park at 2 parking garages at UL Lafayette's campus. Those are Girard Park Circle and Taft Garage. There's also a parking lot at Griffin Hall and Earl K. Long, which is paid parking. That will also be available. Now that we got parking covered, what about safety? Sergeant Matthew Benoit with the Lafayette Police Department tells us more.
We deploy a lot of cameras into Girard Park. There's cameras through the entire park. Some there stay here year-round. We bring in additional cameras as well, just to kind of give us a bird's eye view of every angle of the park. We have a command center that is set up. We have officers that monitor the cameras and the surveillance cameras from the command center around the clock throughout the entire weekend of festival.
Now, to see everything regarding parking and the music lineup this weekend, as always, you can head over to KTC.com. For now, I'm Christina Mondragon, your Lafayette Parish reporter for KTC TV3. Back to you, Jasmine.
All right, thanks, Christina. Well, in other news, 3 weeks after his federal conviction, longtime Lafayette prosecutor Gary Haynes is asking for a new trial. Haynes was found guilty of bribery, conspiracy, money laundering, and obstruction, charges that could bring up to 60 years in prison. His defense team argues that the court improperly allowed and excluded evidence, showed bias toward the prosecution, and failed to address prosecutorial misconduct. And the motion also claims the jury was left with a false impression of the defense before deliberations. No date has been set for a hearing on the request.
I'm Joshua Moten, your St. Martin Parish reporter. The Laurelville Community Project and Iberia Parish Recreation Group are celebrating 6 years of fall fun with their annual pumpkin patch. This year's celebration is all about bringing people together, from local families to adults with special needs from the Arc of St. Martin, who got to enjoy the patch first on Friday.
Pumpkin patches are family-oriented, they're fun. It's something you can do all together, from big to little to grandma. And our village is amazing. It's a small village, but a big heart.
The patch opens to the public Friday evening at 4:30 and again Saturday morning at 9, all at the Harold Landry Memorial Building in Laurelville Park. Organizers say it's a fall tradition that continues to grow, just like the community it celebrates.
The city of New Iberia is entering the final phase of a home improvement project, one aimed at helping seniors live more safely and comfortably in their homes. I'm Katie Navarro, your Iberia Parish reporter, showing you how they're transforming homes and some lives in the process. The project is funded by the American Rescue Plan Act, and beneficiaries have had their roofs replaced, and crews are now moving on to adding new shutters, fresh paint, and handicap ramps. The program began more than a year ago and was open only to low-income families, mostly elderly residents. So each home was assessed by an architect to determine which improvements were needed.
Well, it's a great project, but we only touching like 40 homes. That's all we can afford to do out of hundreds. That's the only sad part, is that not everybody get it. And it's a one-time thing, but it's something that's needed.
Doyle says that even though the program is limited, he's hopeful the city can continue to find new funding sources to expand the effort in the future. I'm Katie Navarro, your Iberia Parish reporter with KTC TV3.
And after the break, we'll have a look at the full weather. We got high pressure keeping us very dry for tonight's game. And once again, we're in Acadia Parish at Church Point High School, and it's also their homecoming game. So the weather is faring very nice for that. And we'll actually see nice weather for the rest of this weekend coming up as that high pressure system keeps us very dry. We're not expecting any rainfall to push through anytime soon, at least the next 7 to 10 days. And just in time for Friday Night Lights. Once again, clear skies for the rest of this evening, and we'll actually see those temperatures get into the upper 60s before midnight tonight. So we'll actually have a cool night ahead, and we'll have a few more cool nights going into the weekend and the start of next week. And the dew points, they are very dry, so that's keeping the humidity and the relative humidity very low, and not expecting any humid conditions anytime soon. And with the dry weather, that will keep those rain chances closer to zero for the weekend and the start of next week. So rain chances zeroed out all the way through next week. We actually have a small chance for rain on Friday, only about a 10%, but even then it's between 0 to 10% across Acadiana. So still not expecting much in the way of rainfall for at least the next 7 days. So temperatures tonight, everyone pretty much in the upper 50s, low 60s, a little bit closer to the southeast and parts of Franklin and Morgan City. And then highs for tomorrow will be warming right back up into the mid and upper 80s. So it'll be another warm afternoon, but at least we'll have a cool night or cool morning to begin the day. Now for the rest of tonight, cool fall night, clear skies with light northerly winds, temperatures in the upper 50s. And we'll continue this for the rest of the weekend. Now for tomorrow, back into the mid and upper 80s, another day of sunny skies. So I don't have too much to say about this forecast for Saturday, other than it'll be a great day for festivals. I know it's a few going on in Acadiana, so it'll be great for that with light winds coming out of the northeast. So when it comes to the tropics, post-tropical Karen, if you missed that, it just formed yesterday, and it has transitioned into a extra tropical system as it pushed further towards the northeast. And then right in the northern Leeward Islands is Tropical Storm Jerry. For us, not dealing with any tropical activity, just a gorgeous sunny skies for the weekend coming up. And as you can tell, we got the festival right here, right in Lafayette Parish. Great for that in the mid 80s. And as you can tell, those cool nights, mostly in the upper 50s, warming up into the low 60s. So picture perfect 10-day forecast for the next 5 to 7 days. But stay tuned, we'll have another look at the 10-day forecast later in the show.
Thank you so much, Brianna. They playing the swag surfing over the loudspeaker, so it's rocking here in Church Point. But I'm going to tell you more about our game of the week that's happening over in Lafayette right after this. Thanks so much, ladies. We are back here for Friday Night Live in Church Point. But over in Lafayette, there is a big district matchup happening between two Lafayette programs, Lafayette Christian and Lafayette Renaissance. They're in District 62A, and they're both firing on all cylinders. Let's talk about the Knights first and what they've been able to accomplish. They're coming after a big win over defending state champions Central Wildcats and enter the night at 4-1. We know what LCA has been as a staple program in the 337, where great talent and coaches have come from, including Lafayette Renaissance head coach Hunter Landry, who took over LRCA 2 seasons ago. Since his entrance as leader, the Tigers have made a playoff appearance while winning 6 games last year. This season, LRCA is perfect on the year and average 45 points per game. And we will have the highlights from that contest and so many others tonight starting at 10:18 in our Friday Night Live 10 p.m. show, so be sure to tune in. Meanwhile, in college football, Louisiana hits the road and faces the best defense in the Sun Belt in James Madison. The Dukes give up an average of 13 points per game, which is one of the best fronts in the country. That includes holding teams to under 80 yards rushing each week. For UL, the ground game is their bread and butter, so to be successful on offense, their running backs must make plays in open space.
Their safeties and their corners really don't miss a lot of tackles, and I think that's the difference in a lot of games. They do a really good job. When the ball gets to the free hat, they get it on the ground. They're big up front. I think they do a good job up front. They're really sound. Their linebackers run to the football. And it goes back. You tackle well. That makes a whole lot of difference. When a 6-yard run stays a 6-yard run and doesn't turn into a 40-yard run.
And Franklin native Zylan Perry is doubtful, allowing for Darrell Smith to get reps in the 3-man rotation in the running back room. And UL will have the nation watching tomorrow with an opportunity to make a statement as the Cajuns take on James Madison at 11 a.m. on ESPN2. And later that night, number 11 LSU looks to bounce back after a loss last week to Ole Miss as they will welcome in Lenore Sellers in South Carolina for their homecoming game. That one will be at 6:45 on SEC Network. And it's homecoming here for Church Point, so everyone is excited, including all the cheerleaders, the band members, and so many others. And we'll have more for the show coming up after the break.
Welcome back. Well, of course, it is week 6 of Friday Night Live, and we are here at Church Point High School, and we are highlighting one amazing nonprofit that's making a real difference here in the Church Point community.
In Church Point, a small town with big heart, the Church Point Community Development Corporation is making lasting change. Founded in 2008, this nonprofit empowers leaders, strengthens community ties, and uplifts families, all through local-driven projects like the Bucketown Playground, built entirely without state funding. They host major events like the Mardi Gras Ball and new community favorites like the Church Point High Alumni Tournament, not just raising funds, but bringing generations together. With a newly purchased headquarters and plans for a community garden and youth council, CPCDC is planting seeds for the future. President Chelsea Gallo Hopkins says the key is listening through community surveys, volunteer outreach, and business partnerships. It's more than development. It's a movement for a cleaner, stronger, united Church Point.
We do have board meetings once a month, and we actually do reach out to the community for feedback on what types of projects they would like to see. We actually did one, it was actually a giveaway during Christmas time, where we got gift cards from each business, and we gave them away. It was like the 25-day of Christmas. Right. And in order to qualify to get the gift card, you would have to fill out our survey. So we got some awesome support from our town, members of our town, and that's where we're going to start with the next projects.
And now I am joined by Chelsea Hopkins, the president of this wonderful organization. Chelsea, we just want to thank you for everything that you're doing, your whole organization is doing. We want to present you with this check for $1,000 to continue with everything. I mean, y'all are doing so much in the community.
Thank you so much. The community is going to be really excited with the things that we have planned for them. Thank y'all so much.
All right, and thank you. All right, let's go to Brianna.
And after the break, we'll have one last look at the 10-day forecast. And this weekend, Jasmine, it's very nice. And I know you like some cool temperatures.
Sure
you got that for this weekend, most in the upper 50s, but the afternoon, still 80s and some 90s. But at least we have the sunny skies, so they'll be great for the festival weekend.
Hey, we're excited. Perfect weather for festival weekend. Make sure you get out there. Make sure you come out to the game. It's homecoming weekend here at Church Point High. We've had a great time here for week 6 of Friday Night Live. Let's let the cheerleaders, the dancers, and the band take us away. Step off.